The mistake almost everyone makes. You've been checking your tire pressure, but you may be checking the wrong thing. That number on your door, jam 32 PSI, 35 PSI, or whatever your vehicle shows, is not a random number. It is the vehicle manufacturer's recommended cold tire pressure for that specific vehicle and load. And here's why that matters. Wrong tire pressure can increase tire wear, reduce fuel economy, and affect how your car handles. So today, I'm going to show you what that number really means, how to check your tires correctly, and what you should never do with the number printed on the tire itself. Check them cold. Now let's talk about when you should check the pressure. Always check when the tires are cold. That means the vehicle has been parked for several hours, and the tires have not been heated by driving. Why? Because driving warms the tire and increases the pressure reading. NHTSA recommends checking cold tires, ideally before driving or after the vehicle has been parked for at least 3 hours. Here's what to do. Keep a simple tire pressure gauge in your car. Once a month, check all 4 tires when they're cold. Don't wait for the dashboard warning light. Point 2. Don't use the sidewall maximum as your target. Now look at the side of your tire. You'll see a number such as maximum pressure or max press. This is where many drivers make a serious mistake. That number is the tire's maximum permissible pressure. It is not automatically the correct pressure for your vehicle. NHTSA specifically warns drivers not to inflate tires to the pressure printed on the tire itself. Use the vehicle manufacturer's recommended pressure shown on the door label or owner's manual. So, if your door says 32 PSI and the tire says 51 PSI maximum, you do not simply inflate the tire to 51, use the vehicle recommendation. The benefit is proper load support, handling, and tire performance. The benefit is that you catch a slowly leaking or underinflated tire before it turns into a bigger problem. Point 3. The door sticker. Let's start with the number on your driver's door. Many drivers think it is simply a suggestion. It isn't. The tire pressure label tells you the recommended cold inflation pressure for your vehicle. That pressure is selected for the vehicle's weight, suspension, tires, and specified loading conditions. That means your car manufacturer has already done the engineering for you. So what should you do? Open the driver's door and find the tire and loading information label. Look for the recommended cold PSI. That's your starting point, not the number molded into the tire sidewall. The benefit is simple. You're using the pressure the vehicle was designed around instead of guessing. Point 4. Don't ignore temperature changes. Here is something many drivers don't think about. Temperature affects tire pressure. As outside temperatures fall, tire pressure falls too. That's why a tire that was properly inflated during a warm week can show a lower reading when the weather suddenly turns cold. So when winter arrives, or when there's a major temperature change, check your tires again. If the pressure is low, bring it back to the vehicle manufacturer's recommended cold pressure. The benefit is simple. Your tires stay properly supported throughout the season instead of slowly becoming underinflated. Point 5. Underinflation is the real problem now. Here's where tire wear comes in. When a tire is significantly underinflated, the sidewalls flex more than they should. That extra flex creates heat and increases rolling resistance over time. That can contribute to uneven wear and shorter tire life. NHTSA calls underinflation a leading cause of tire failure and recommends regular pressure checks. So don't wait until the tire looks flat. Check the pressure, then inspect the tread and sidewalls for cuts, cracks, bulges, or other damage. The benefit is better tire life and a better chance of catching a problem before you're stuck on the side of the road. Point 6. TPMS is not a replacement for a gauge. Your vehicle may have a tire pressure monitoring system. That's useful. But don't misunderstand what it does. TPMS is designed to warn you when tire pressure becomes significantly low. It is not a substitute for routine maintenance. NHTSA recommends checking tire pressure at least once a month, even when your vehicle has TPMS. Think of TPMS as an emergency. Warning: your gauge is the maintenance tool, so check the pressure yourself. And if the TPMS light comes on, investigate it instead of simply resetting it. The benefit is early detection. Point 7. What you should do today. Here's the simple solution. Open your driver's door. Find the recommended cold tire pressure. Check all 4 tires when they are cold. Compare the readings with the vehicle's recommended PSI. If one tire is noticeably lower, don't just keep adding air every few weeks. Look for a puncture or have the tire inspected, and never assume the maximum PSI printed on the tire sidewall is your normal target. Your vehicle's recommended pressure comes first. That's the number designed for your specific vehicle. The biggest lesson is this: don't guess with tire pressure. Don't use the maximum number printed on the tire as your daily target. Don't wait for the TPMS light, and don't check your tires only when you're about to take a long trip. Check them monthly. When cold, use the pressure shown on your driver's door label or owner's manual. Inspect the tread and sidewalls. And if the pressure keeps dropping, find out why. A few minutes with a $15 gauge can help you catch a problem long before it becomes an expensive tire failure. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe for more practical car advice, and share it with another driver. And tell me in the comments, when was the last time you checked your tire pressure while the tires were completely cold? Your tires are the only thing connecting your car to the road. Take care of them, and they'll take care of you.